Welcome to Unlearn the Crap TV with your host, Kathy Baldwin. Unlearn the Crap TV is more than just a show. It's a movement towards breaking free from the disempowering structures designed to benefit the few at the expense of the many. It's about education, healing, and unlearning the detrimental beliefs that have been ingrained in society for generations. So now, please welcome the host of Unlearn the Crap TV, Kathy Baldwin.
Have you ever had that experience where you think of something or someone comes into your life or something happens that is so magical that it's better than you could have ever imagined? Well, that's what's been happening to me. That is the synchronicities. When you get into alignment with who you are and where you belong, and things just start opening up and the magic and the juice starts happening. The very first show I ever did with a guest, I met the most amazing woman, Charel Morris. Can we have you come and join me? Hello, beautiful.
Hello there, lady.
So, for those of you who didn't watch episode number 2, Charel, could you give them an idea of who you are and what you bring to the world? And then we'll go from there.
Thank you. Well, you know my name now. It's Charel Morris. I have, over the last 50 plus years, gone deeply into spiritual work, healing work, shamanic work. I love the quantum energy that has sprung on this universe. And I am very used to things happening. Little magic here, little magic there. In between, I've done conferences for DEF CON and Black Hat. Yes, that would be hackers and security.
Which goes along with shaman work, right?
I had to do stuff on the roof a lot of the time, just to kind of keep things in order. And also working with Apache Software Foundation, who gave us HTTPS. And there's a really fun secret behind that. It was these 5 amazingly brilliant men thinking this thing needs to be organized. There's all kinds of stuff on the internet and you couldn't find any of it. And they liked doing DJ stuff in their spare time. So they created the HTTPS so they could find music and do more DJ work in their house.
Well, they do say that, what is it? The need is what creates innovation.
Yep.
It's amazing. You know, one of the things I absolutely love about you, Charel, is listening to you always makes me feel like I am with the greatest storyteller. You bring such a wealth of experience and knowledge and things that just make me sit and go, wow, I am so thrilled that you're in my life.
Thank you. I am thrilled to be here as well. Because as you were saying, we met just before the first TV show. I had 20 years experience doing TV, audio, and radio in Hollywood. And we just clicked. We were going to have a 10-minute call just to kind of introduce each other. It ended up being 3 hours and 10 minutes. And I'm not sure there's been a day since then that we didn't connect.
Oh, I guarantee you. Guarantee you. You've become my soul sister.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I realized that there's this energy in live events and live creative work. that I had sort of stepped away from before COVID a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's full blood here. It's amazing. And
Yet, don't tell them yet.
I'm just saying the
You
energy
have a
between the
secret. We have a surprise.
it's there is because we're very different in many ways.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm way older, but she's just a baby. She's so sweet. Um, but everything constantly blends, and it's astounding. So stay tuned because
Absolutely. Absolutely. So the thing that I wanted to do when I brought Unlearn the Crap TV was I wanted to bring a collaborative healing energy to the world, because I wrote Unlearn the Crap because I was following all of the societal rules. I was down that rabbit hole. It brought on fibromyalgia, adrenal fatigue, osteoarthritis. My body suffered so bad. And all that I was given was, I called, pills and platitudes. And it broke me. It broke me. I had a complete, total nervous breakdown. And I was forced, or honored. I'll say honored, because the universe basically gave me everything that I had already brought to my world and let me heal myself. And I knew that we were on the precipice of something so magical. The world is changing. We are all being called to find our juicy goodness and bring our gifts to the world. And we're meeting people where we're collaborating and connecting together, like you and me. Like,
Mhm.
did you know when you first had a conversation with me that you and I would be creating what we've created?
I knew something was happening about 30 to 45 minutes in.
Woo!
It just kept kind of, from my point of view, it's like we were sparking. There was just things going on. And neither one of us, I think, was at all concerned about the time frame.
Except for the
And
bathroom.
it works in my world because time does not exist for the most part. So, but it just felt so right. You had a dream
Yeah.
and you mentioned it, and you said, I don't even remember what you said, but you said something, and I went, well, to do that, you want to do this.
Yeah.
And
And
we just went from there because I love the dream. And again, because I'm the elder. Yeah, the crazy elder, but we won't go there. I knew how to get to that dream.
and
And
that's the way the universe works.
yeah,
Positive
it,
and negative. And
no, I won't squirm around. Will get upset.
you know what? On this episode, we're done with the crap of how we're supposed to look. You and I, we're not ever going to not show up as authentically as we are. I've been sick for 3 weeks. So I've been sick and my energy's been a little bit low, but Tigger is back and I am so full of energy. Can I share my dream?
I don't know. Can you?
Yeah, I'm going to share the dream. I'm not going to share after the break. We'll make the announcement, okay? But
Okay.
the dream was that as people come together and we release the crap that's held us back and kept us disempowered, and we learn how we are all interconnected, interrelated beings, and we use that energy to collaborate and connect and unite and create something brand new that makes us mesh together stronger, so that together we are better and more aligned, and we are bringing the best of who we are to this world. Because I truly believe that we are in a powerful, powerful time of the universe, and that the world is changing so fast. And if we don't keep up, not only are our gifts being left behind and not being shared, but we're going to miss the magic if we're holding on to the past, if we're holding on to what was instead of creating what can be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is something I've been passionate about. And it's why I have selected the things that I focus on in my teaching, in my shamanic teaching, and my quantum teaching, because for probably 10 to 20 years, there's been this ongoing chatter that, there's frequencies, there's all of these things. We're beginning to kind of get that they're part of us, and that things going on that bring us down in frequency are not what we want. And we don't want it for anyone on the planet.
Yeah.
And in this past few years for me, all of a sudden I realized there were things that I had kind of come across along the way. And all of a sudden they sort of came into alignment. And I realized that, we talk about quantum a lot. You talk about it more in the physics science. I talk about it in the kind of weird woo-woo world, but it's quantum.
It's the same thing.
And that there's aspects in there, and I read the science stuff, that have to do with the frequency and the vibration and the light. And so for me, one of the things was I need to get this out to people. I'm not going to go teach a science class. It's for people who know that they want to bring more light to this world, who want to raise up and often think there aren't enough of us. So when you talked about all those people coming into that space, of course, let's play.
Right.
Let's make that an astounding moment for however many people or how many times.
Let's do it. Let's do it as soon as we come back from this commercial. We will stop talking in code and we will tell you what we've been up to. Take us away, Will.
What if there were a super tiny device that could diagnose the brain and is smaller than a single human hair? What if you could see inside the brain to help an epilepsy patient during surgery or to help the fight against Parkinson's disease? Dr. Patricia Broderick is proud to announce the Broderick Probe, a biomedical and electronic breakthrough. Imagine a probe to help with the understanding and potential cure of brain-related diseases. To learn more, listen live to the Easy Sense radio show with host Dr. Broderick, Wednesdays 7 p.m. Eastern on the Bold Brave Media Network and TuneIn Radio. And to help support the Broderick Foundation, please go to EasySense.com and learn how, with your help, we can fight these horrific brain disorders. That's EasySense.com to learn more and help support the Broderick Foundation. Author, radio show host, and coach John M. Hawkins reveals strategies to help gain perspective, build confidence, find clarity, achieve goals. John M. Hawkins' new book, Coached to Greatness, Unlock Your Full Potential with Limitless Growth, published by iUniverse. Hawkins reveals strategies to help readers accomplish more. He believes the book can coach them to greatness. Hawkins says that the best athletes get to the top of their sport with the help of coaches, mentors, and others. He shares guidance that helps readers reflect on what motivates them, rediscover and assess their core values, philosophies, and competencies, find settings that allow them to be the most productive, and track their progress towards accomplishing goals. Listen to John Hawkins' My Strategy, Saturdays, 1 p.m. Eastern on the BBM Global Network and TuneIn Radio.
Okay. April 25th, 2024 was my very first show. The very next day, Charel sent me an email and she said, "Do you know what else happened yesterday?" And she told me that a white buffalo, a very rare occurrence, had just been born in Kansas.
Mm-hmm.
You live in the New Mexico area.
Yep.
Can you explain the significance and the power of the rare occurrence of a white buffalo being born on the exact same day that Unlearn the Crap TV launched?
I don't know that I can explain why the two crossed, but they did, or connected. About 2,000 years ago, approximately, that's considered what occurred amongst a number of the indigenous tribes in the U.S. One of the major tribes, in my brain at 74 goes in and out on the actual tribe name, but we'll get there. The tribe knew that it wasn't being able to connect with its creator. For those folks, that's not being able to talk to God, by the way. So the creator sent this woman down, this being down to the tribe, and she would move in and out of being a buffalo. Buffaloes being very powerful in the tribe, very important to their staying alive. She brought prayer, and for the indigenous, that is praying with a pipe. She brought 7 different healing elements and reconnected the indigenous tribes to their creator. One of the things that they tell in the story of her is that at one point she went from being a white buffalo to a black buffalo to a yellow buffalo to a red buffalo. And that brought a sense of being at peace with all the different nationalities on this planet.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah. So the white buffalo calf that appears once in a while, not a lot, is to remind us all of the importance of living in peace, living, honoring each other, and honoring the earth.
Mhm.
And why now? Because we need it.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, it's time.
amount of anger and fighting on this world and not honoring the earth.
Mm.
So there's a lot of teachings within that. I'm not Native American as far as I know. I don't know if Kathy is or not, but I think it clearly came in and continues to come in because it applies to all people on earth. So
Yeah.
it's kind of a bit of a an aspect, something that just kind of came out at the same time. So
And there's
it's
no
in,
such things as coincidences. And there's no synchronicity is the way that the magic of the universe communicates with us. So what are we going to do with a white buffalo 1 year from the day of Unlearn the Crap coming to life and a brand new white buffalo calf being born? We are going to have a party. We're not just going to have any kind of party. We are going to create our dream fantasy, unlike anything else, retreat in Santa Fe, New Mexico. And we are inviting all of you to come with us. Will you share the link where they can get more information on this retreat? This has been the toughest secret for me to keep. I have been putting so much of my time, energy, heart, soul, magic into this. And Charel, you have brought even more to this. Can you explain how powerful you think this event is going to be?
yes. Well, we've gone through variations, and for me, that's like just the energy building up and building up. We are going to an amazing. We'll be at an amazing hotel in Santa Fe. The only hotel I'm aware of that's actually owned by the indigenous of Pueblo itself. We
And
will.
that was really important to me because I didn't want to do corporate. You can't do Unlearn the Crap and bring people together and then support the big business. So when I said that and you said, I know exactly where we're going to go. Can you tell us about your experiences with this hotel?
Um, it just when I come into Santa Fe, oftentimes I'm coming in to do work with groups and shamanic work up at a place called Ghost Ranch. And it just, the way they care for people, the way they present. I've done a lot of shamanic work in hotels. There's this glitch issue because if I want to smudge people, if I want to do that work, I have to get clearance from the fire department. And it's just like, okay, sure, this will be fun. Um, Whereas at Hotel Santa Fe, I can just set it into my on Monday, we want to do this. And they're like, okay, we'll bring in the sage. It's amazing. Do we want drumming? We have drummers, we'll have drummers there, but they'll also, if we would like, bring in the drummers from the Pueblo. We're doing some of what we're doing is very creative, because in doing this kind of inner work, you have to, from my experience of doing this for like 20 some odd years, balancing between something that you're creating that relates to what you're learning is just astounding. And you're not just sitting there listening, you're doing things. We have a day where we're going to take you on kind of an amazing journey around the mountains in North New Mexico. You might recognize some of the mountains if you've ever seen any of the paintings of Georgia O'Keeffe. You will have an experience with an ancient, maybe one of the oldest churches on this land. A little Catholic church, little tiny cute thing. And experience an amazing element that is a healing element there. I'm not going to give you lots of information because that would not be so much fun. But in this area where for hundreds of years tribes would come back and forth out of Mexico and up here, and this was always an area of peace and collaborating, working together, sharing elements, and it still is. And we're going to celebrate that. And it's hard to explain something when you're going to something that's going to have this intention and have this amount of time together, because we're like 7 days.
Well, let's give those dates. We are going to start this retreat on Sunday, April the 27th, 2025. It will be in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and we will close off the ceremony on Saturday, May the 3rd.
Yep. And you can check out on the 4th. One of the things, because things keep just happening, we reached out because you'll be coming into either the Santa Fe airport or the Albuquerque airport, depending on where you come in from. And I asked one of the people at the hotel, it's like, who do you suggest that we talk to about transportation? They went, White Buffalo Transportation. And it was like, okay, all right. I think we're just on the right space here. So if you've never been to Santa Fe, it is an astounding city. It is the main city in New Mexico. It also remains very much in the older days. You have streets that were basically designed to ride horses on, so driving is cute. But there's so much art, there's so much creativity. And that energy just moves through the city. It'll be very easy to get out and walk around and visit. I think there's more galleries in Santa Fe than New York. And that's a lot of galleries. And they're just laid out. So if you've never been there, you should come. If you have been there, you know why you want to return, because it is delightful.
And on that note, we're going to go to commercial. And when we come back, I'm going to share what my goals and intentions are for this and what you're going to take away from it.
Did you know that your Your beliefs create your entire reality, but it's the subconscious beliefs that do most of the creating. Belief shifter and life coach Shiraz can help you identify those limiting beliefs and eliminate them, often in a single session.
Like, it was almost instant, like I had relief right away.
Creating better health, relationships, careers, and finances. Let Shiraz help you step out of safety and into awareness.
Definitely something's happening. It's like a flow inside. It feels good.
Whether in person or online, Shiraz provides personal coaching, belief shifting. Visit Shiraz at energeticmagic.com or call 416-529-7429. Energetic Magic on the BBM Global Network, Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern. Find your greater happiness. Be well. Be aware. Be magical.
Are you struggling to care for elderly parents or a spouse? Do you wonder if being a caregiver is making you sick? Are you worried about taking time off work to care for elderly parents and balance work, life, and caregiving? Has caregiving become exhausting and emotionally draining? Are you an aging adult who wants to remain independent, but you're not sure how? I'm Pamela D. Wilson. Join me for the Caring Generation radio show for caregivers and aging adults, Wednesday evenings, 6 Pacific, 7 Mountain, 8 Central, and 9 Eastern, where I answer these questions and share tips for managing stress, family relationships, health, well-being, and more. Podcasts and transcripts of the Caring Generation are on my website, PamelaDWilson.com, plus my caregiving library, online caregiver support programs, and programs for corporations interested in supporting working caregivers. Help, hope, and support for caregivers is here on the Caring Generation and PamelaDWilson.com.
Woohoo! Okay, so why are we doing a retreat? Well, Charel, you have been organizing retreats and conferences and everything for so many years. And you have a huge wealth of information of how to organize and do the logistics and all of the shamanic magic and everything that you bring to it. I bring the fact that I have pretty much attended almost every retreat out there, and some of them are okay and some of them not so good. So this was me creating what I want to give to the world, the retreat I want to attend, which is true personal transformation. This is not a vacation, although it's going to be fun and it's going to be interactive and it's going to be beautiful and we're going to meet amazing people and the energy is going to be fantastic. But we're going to unlearn the crap that has kept us disempowered, and we're going to leave it in the desert for Mother Earth to do what she does and regurgitate it all and turn it into magic there. But we don't need to take it with us. And the thing that's really important to me is so many times we've been told that to heal and to transform, that it takes a long time, that it's painful, that we have to dig up old bones and we just got to regurgitate the past, blah, 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 blah. No. In the quantum world, in the world that we know we exist in, where everything is energy and everything is interconnected, we can create change and healing almost instantaneously if you are willing to play along. So imagine showing up with all of the things that are keeping you stuck, keeping you disconnected from your gifts, knowing like you know that you have so much to give and you just don't know how to access it. Because until we're taught and until we're initiated into, which is the thing that the Native Americans have always done, is they've trained their next generation. They've shown them the way. They've brought them in with that knowledge instead of this North American way where we're educated and sent out into the world for us to crash bang and figure it out and trial and error and end up creating disease, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when we come and we're going to have this magical ceremony where we're going to be inviting the North American indigenous Indian energy and tribes, because we're here to collaborate. This isn't for just us. This isn't just for the guests. This is for the community that we're going to go and live in for a week. This is about all of us bringing the best of all of us together and rising up and creating magic. So we're going to take a look at where we are, and we're going to go on a journey. And the journey is well thought out. The journey is systematically planned. It is with care and detail and intention that you will walk away in 1 week a different person than the person who arrived.
May I share something?
I was waiting for you.
Okay. Within that, in the way I have learned to work and will be doing a lot of some of this work, I want my client, or in this case, I want our clients to step out of this, not like, oh my, what in. My clients talk about they never understood that something that seemed to be so horrid ended up being so fun.
Mm-hmm.
That as we're moving along and releasing that pain, that trauma, the whatever, you get to reclaim the joy and the beauty in your life right then and there. Doesn't take time. It just gets to be there. And that's how we're going to be playing this game. And along with the two of us, there's going to be a number of amazing beings, both maybe in a body and out. We have a lot to choose from. And we are going to bring in so many amazing people to support your process and ours, because we're all going to evolve.
Yeah, and you don't have all of the pieces, and I don't have all of the pieces, but what we're bringing together is like a recipe of extraordinary ingredients. And when we merge all those ingredients together, people are going to fall in love with themselves again.
I think we're going to have a quantum stew.
A quantum stew. I love that. I love that. Yes, because imagine being able to be shown the magic of who you are and see it so clearly without all that crap, without all that societal baggage, and be able to recognize, oh, I knew that person was there. And being able to be shown how to bring that beauty, that magic, that sexual, delicious energy of power and come out into the world where, when we're in a world where everything is changing and you're not in fear, you're empowered.
Mm-hmm. Yes. It's, there's, in doing this kind of work and kind of mixing, I don't know, physics and psychology and shamanic breakthrough, ancient Buddhist, all these elements, it's so much easier to just allow yourself to step through into the new world, because there's so much energy and joy and power in all of that. And you'll be in such a safe environment, a very beautiful and safe environment. So,
Absolutely.
yeah. And
Sorry.
I was just going to make a joke. You'll also get to have both red and green chili.
If you love chili. If you don't, we'll have something else for you, because accommodations and meals are all included. But I wanted to talk about one of the crap that I've had to unlearn is the fact that we were put on this earth to serve. That our lives are about giving out to everyone else. And we've never been told or really taught that the purpose of our life is to live our life and to be us, not to be anything or anyone else. So all of this time where we've been told it's selfish to take care of ourselves, it's selfish to step into your own dreams, that we're here to give to others. It is time to get rid of that concept that taking care of ourselves and bringing the best of who we are to this world is selfish. It is selfish to hide our gifts. It's selfish not to know our gifts, because the world is waiting for what we were born to bring, right? And so,
well, yeah, it's very hard to live on just giving when in fact you can't give until you've received. It's just the order of things.
yeah. And when we give who we naturally are, when we unlearn the crap, when we get rid of the things that keep us from our magic, from ourself, from our power, this is not selfish. So this kind of retreat is not about a vacation. It is not about spoiling yourself. It's not about indulgence. It is about owning and stepping into your rightful place where you belong. And you have a birthright to be alive. And it's not selfish. And it's time that we all bring our own unique gifts to this world, because I don't believe there's been a more important time for each of us to step into who we authentically truly are. We're hearing these words all over the place. We're seeing what's happening. There is a call for all of us to step into our genius, our greatness. Because when we're not in alignment with ourselves, when we're not collaborating, when we're not unified with self and with the rest of the world, we are creating disease. We're creating fear. We're creating anger. We're creating disconnection. And so this retreat, Charel and I have spent so much time and energy making it, and we've got the rest of the year to be adding more magic. So we can't tell you everything because we don't know everything. This is a magical work in progress. But this is something that it's time you claim for yourself. This is an important time for you to be there for yourself and give yourself what you need to leave the crap behind. Step into your gorgeous, genius, beautiful self and come out with the world going, we've been waiting for you.
Very much so. I mean, there's one of the first things
Can I ask you to hold that thought, because I have Will whispering in my ear saying we have one more commercial.
Okay, go for
Okay.
it.
What if there were a super tiny device that could diagnose the brain and is smaller than a single human hair? What if you could see inside the brain to help an epilepsy patient during surgery or to help the fight against Parkinson's disease? Dr. Patricia Broderick is proud to announce the Broderick Probe, a biomedical and electronic breakthrough. Imagine a probe to help with the understanding and potential cure of brain-related diseases. To learn more, listen live to the Easy Sense radio show with host Dr. Broderick, Wednesdays 7 p.m. Eastern on the Bold Brave Media Network and TuneIn Radio. And to help support the Broderick Foundation, please go to EasySense.com and learn how, with your help, we can fight these horrific brain disorders. That's EasySense.com to learn more and help support the Broderick Foundation. Author, radio show host, and coach John M. Hawkins reveals strategies to help gain perspective, build confidence, find clarity, achieve goals. John M. Hawkins' new book, Coached to Greatness, Unlock Your Full Potential with Limitless Growth, published by iUniverse. Hawkins reveals strategies to help readers accomplish more. He believes the book can coach them to greatness. Hawkins says that the best athletes get to the top of their sport with the help of coaches, mentors, and others. He shares guidance that helps readers reflect on what motivates them. Rediscover and assess their core values, philosophies, and competencies. Find settings that allow them to be the most productive and track their progress towards accomplishing goals. Listen to John Hawkins' My Strategy, Saturdays, 1 p.m. Eastern on the BBM Global Network and TuneIn Radio.
Woohoo! We're back. Charel, do you want to finish that thought that you didn't get to finish? And then I'm going to start getting into some logistics.
No, we'll hold that for our next get.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what is this involved? What are you going to get for these days? Arriving Sunday, you are going to be picked up at the airport by a white buffalo, not the animal, but a delivery transportation service. You're going to come to Hotel Santa Fe, which is a hacienda and a spa that's owned by Indigenous. The rooms are gorgeous. The food is exceptional. And the scenery, the beauty of what you're surrounded by is unlike any other place in the world. And then we're going to start with a celebration. And we're going to, I think I've told you that we are inviting the Native American traditions into the ceremony. So we're going to have some really powerful, amazing things happening. Your food is included. We have experts of every step of this process transformation who are going to bring the most amazing experiences to you all under one roof. That's all a journey, and the journey is purposefully mapped out for your transformation. We are going to have so much fun. You're going to meet like-minded people. You are going to come into a whole new way of seeing and feeling and being yourself. The trip also will end in a magical ceremony, closing ceremony on Saturday night. And we are working on something really big for this. This is like one of my major dreams come true. So this is going to be beyond anything. The accommodations are all based on double occupancy. But that doesn't mean that if you don't have someone you normally share with that you're bringing along, that you can't have single occupancy. The price right now is based on the show concept of the magic of fours. So the one pay and full price is $4,444. That doesn't mean there aren't payment options. You can pay in full, and our provider can split those payments up for you, and you still get the pay in full price. There are payment plans that we are offering. You are going to get a $10,000+ experience at the most amazing price if you join us in part of the collaboration. So what we're looking for is a conversation. Ask for more information. Give us your feedback. What is it that you want? We're pulling the best of everything together. And we want you to be a part of this retreat. It's a year away. The year is going to go so fast. But imagine being a part of something so magical. Charel, I'm talking too much. I need you.
Okay. A couple of things I would mention. There is discussion already of the second retreat because we know, one, we know what we're doing. Mm-hmm. And we know that once the gathering of this family begins, the connections will want to continue. When I did the first major event that I did with an author named Lynn Andrews, way back, that went on till about 2.5 years ago, at the point she was leaving the planet. And her students, those people who came, are still continuing that because it's important. So there's some amazing energy there. And the way in which the program is put together is designed to move you through the various elements in a way that you can understand them, can be active with them, be creative with them. And the results, where we come out on that closing ceremony. And I don't know how we're going to do this. I am not guaranteeing this, but in my head, I have a fire, and a very large fire, but I know this property, this hotel, that's probably not going to happen.
We're going to create fire regardless, but it might be energetic fire.
Oh yeah, no, we'll have some amazing things. Just allow yourself to realize what changes you are really wanting in your life. Yeah. Because what you work on, and there are some things potentially between here and there, but your energy from the moment you decide this is for you moves into the energy that we are working from. And so I want you to jump in really soon. Hotel Santa Fe is beautiful and wonderful. It is not large.
Yeah, we have limited capacity.
Yeah, we're looking to have other hotels, but they'll be wonderful. They won't be home.
And there is so much more that we're going to be adding to this, whether it is through experiences, through connections, through collaborations, but we're also going to be adding to it ahead of time. You're going to be connecting with us on a very regular basis. We're going to be building community. We're going to be building this with us together.
Yeah.
This retreat is being called the White Buffalo Transformational Retreat. Name's work in progress. It might change, but so far we're honoring the White Buffalo. And we are inviting each and every one of you to join us. Do not let where you are today stop you. Do not let anything get in the way. We will resolve any issue that you might have. If you feel called, that you know this is your time and that you are ready to bring your gifts to the world, you have the beauty and the soft woo of Charel, and you have the fire and the energy of me, and everything in between. And we're there to support you in this journey. All you have to do is go to unlearnthecrap.com/retreats. All the information is there. There's a form that you can submit to get more information. We will set up a conversation with you where you can have a one-on-one conversation with Charel or myself or both of us. You will be supported, guided into the best version of yourself. This is our invitation to you to join us. This is what this whole movement is about, is collaboration and coming together. Unlearn the crap that's kept you from yourself. Step into the beauty of who you are. Charel, let's say goodbye together. And
one thing, this is not women only.
No, this is people.
This is people.
And if you're a people, you're invited. Yeah. So come and be a part of this magical moment and movement. Join us on our White Buffalo retreat. We will see you on the next time. There'll be so much information. Even if you go and fill in the form and stay in touch with what's happening, we will keep you informed. Until next time, question everything so you can achieve anything. Leave your crap behind and step into your gorgeous genius. Until next Thursday.
Bye-bye.
This has been Unlearn the Crap TV with your host, Kathy Baldwin. Tune in each week as Kathy challenges you to rethink everything you know about personal empowerment and societal structures. Thursdays, 4 p.m. Eastern on the Bold Brave TV network.